All right, shalom. Shalom to the Lord's elect. Before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who still rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing his word in humility and sincerity, as commanded by Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And, the evidence is overwhelming. The evidence is overwhelming. Where the society is headed, the way that it's going, what this devil, this deceiver, the word devil means deceiver, what this deceiver is trying to do. And pretty much the end goal for him is to put a device in your hand or in your forehead because he's going to do away with cash. You just had President Joe Biden. He signed in March, he signed Executive Order 14067, which pretty much guarantees America to create a digital currency. And we know that this digital currency is going to be loaded onto a device right here. Okay, right here. And, the Lord, he said that soon come there will be no more vain vision in Israel, no more flattering divinations. Because you got guys that's prophesying the opposite of what we're saying. The Lord said, we go to the book, I'm going to start there. I'm going to start chapter 42 and verse 9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Right. So new things the Lord declares. Now, if we go back for hundreds, or I should say for thousands of years, money has always been silver, gold, cattle, land. That's always been how money has operated. All right, through tangible assets, through tangible things. Now the Lord said new things he would declare before they spring forth. New things will be presented on the planet Earth, and he's going to warn us of them before they spring forth. How's he giving the warning? Through it, starting with the elders and apostles, the great millstone, the prophets, the men of the Lord. Now, here it is. You're about to have a globe shifting event of the magnitude that the world has not seen. They're about to do away with tangible money, something that's been around since the beginning of time. They're about to issue in a new form of money. That's a new thing. And the Lord has declared it before it sprung forth. This article, I'll show you brothers here. This article, as you see it, it's from yahoo.com. Tesla ever found the perfect place to keep his car key in his hand. This article was published Saturday, August 2022, year of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, turning up. Tesla driver found the perfect place to keep his car key implanted. I wasn't supposed to say that, but hey, he put it in his hand. He put it in his hand. You see it there. He's an Edomite. It says Delali had the blank put in his hand by a professional piercer for $400. The procedure was made possible through a beta testing group for VioKey, a biotech company. The device uses the same NFC technology that makes Apple Pay work? So this device that he put in his hand uses the same technology as Apple Pay. What is Apple Pay? Apple Pay is when you take your phone or your device that you have and you wave it over the credit card scan, and it beeps and it says transaction is approved. It's a way of buying and selling. This thing that goes in your hand, it uses the same technology. And they're not going to stop there, because they're not just going to use it for money. They're going to use it for car keys. See, this thing has multiple functionalities. It's going to be presented in a way of convenience, in a way of revolution, innovation. These are words that Esau Edom likes to. This C-hip, as the Apostle Ramlab calls it, the C-hip, it has multiple functionalities. They're going to load your information on there the same way you would a USB. What do you call those things? It's like a USB that you put in the computer and it holds information. This thing in the unbeliever's hand, it can store information. And in the scriptures, man, if you're study, you can see it. If the Holy Spirit is dealing with you, you can see it. Now it says a tiny C-hip inserted into the right hand of Tesla owner Brandon Delali is now all he needs to unlock his vehicle. Delali shared a video on Twitter and YouTube having a Vivo key Apex blank blank in it says by in his hand by a professional piercer. The C-hip is contactless and covered in a biocapable compatible substance. Well, according to the scriptures, now they said that it's covered in a biocompatible substance, but according to the scriptures, it's going to cause the skin to have a very bad reaction. The skin is going to have a very bad reaction eventually from that device. And this verse also proves that the Revelation 13 and 16 is physical. Revelation 16 and 1, and I heard, but you're going to have some guys that try to spin this scripture, try to spin it and make it as though it's spiritual. You know, if you come into Israel, you'll find out that there's a lot of con artists in Israel, a lot of con artists and clout artists. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. And upon this Revelation 13 and 16 caused a noisome and grievous sore upon those men which have received it, when that seventh angel pours out the vial of the wrath of the Most High upon them. Okay. So it's not biocompatible, as the article says. It says the Revelation 13 and 16 is contactless and covered in a biocompatible substance. It uses the same near field communication that Apple Pay possible. Why? Because eventually this is going to be your Apple Pay. It's going to be your new Apple Pay. It's going to be your new way to pay. It says after the quick $400 procedure, Delali uses the back of his hand to unlock his Tesla. He told media site Teslarati that his Revelation 13 and 16 isn't his first one. He has smaller Revelation 13 and 16 in his left hand that stores his contact and medical information and the key to his house. So this is the normalization phase. This is the phase where Esau Edom constantly puts this technology in your face, constantly shows you people that have it, show you people that are using it and it's working for them. You know, it's working for this guy. He's got it. Look, he got his house key, contact information. Now, this is a quote. It says, the whole idea was that I would have my house key in my left hand and my car key in my right hand. It's Esau, man. This is Esau for you, man. Delali, a tech professional, is in a beta group of about 100 people testing the Revelation 13 and 16 and its various capabilities. That's all I got to read. Rational reasons to Revelation 13 and 16, your child. So, what is the World EF? The World Economic Forum, which is big in the news right now. They're big on the they have a lot of power and pull on the global stage. They're one of the key uh, components of the NWO. The World Economic Forum is headed by Klaus Schwab and Noah Harari, who are transhumanism advocates. And the WE Forum put out an article saying that there are rational reasons to Revelation 13 and 16, your child. It says WEF suggests that there are ways to ethically make these amazing technologies a part of our lives. This article was published August 20th, 2022, year of Yahweh by Shemel Rashad, turning up. And see, as the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Rashad turns up, the false prophets, the false doctrines, they will continue to turn down. And when the one vision doesn't come to pass, then you know that that man is not a prophet, and you will no longer follow that man. But if this man's vision continuously comes to pass, then you know that that man is a prophet, and you go and gravitate to that man. Habakkuk 2 and 2, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Excuse me. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. Just wanted to read that. The latest highly controversial, back in the article, the latest highly controversial technology policy that the WE Forum has set out to normalize the idea of Revelation 13 tracking devices into humans. So they're normalizing it. This phase is the normalization phase. Second Corinthians 2, verse 11, least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. But you're going to have people that's going to be taken by this normalization phase. Same way they were taken by the normalization of the Jabba Dabba Doos. They're going to be deceived by this, man. They're going to say, yeah, you're right. It would be more convenient for me. It would be beneficial for me to Revelation 13 and 16 my child. I mean, I did it to my dog. That one time my dog ran away, but we found him because he had the C-hip in him. It says it wasn't that long ago that those speculating on a future where this is happening will get dismissed as conspiracy theories. Like the elders and apostles, maybe. Like the men that followed them. But now the world's elites, most vocal outlets is predicting that Revelation 13 and 16 commodity, just the everyday thing. It says, and the WEF makes a case that um, putting this into your children could be viewed by parents as a solid, rational move. All of this crops up in a blog post on the organization's website dedicated to the future of augmented reality, AR, which is referred to as an augmented society. So this is on the WEF website, man. The same people who have control over the United States of America, pursuant to the executive order that that they had a meeting about a month or two ago. Forget what it was called, but they had a meeting in Sweden, a bunch of world leaders, and pretty much they signed over the sovereignty of the United States of America to this organization here, the World Economic F. Okay? And on their website, they're posting about the normalization of the Revelation 13 and 16. So all of Israel have been warned. The warning came from the elders and apostles of the great millstone, starting with the elder apostle Tahar on down. And anybody that receives this followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, which is the system and the philosophies of the system, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receives then you're going to take on his image if you take the mark. That's what the name is. That's what the name means. Okay, it's equivalent to the karate. And I noticed that Esau is messing with my connectivity. But that's all I wanted to report, man. 2 articles, real quick. Just another phase and another step closer to the implementation of the radio frequency device. Okay. And the closer we get to that implementation and mandating of it, the closer we get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Lord, when it's edifying, Kwame Asherah, Shalom.